Hello YouTube, my name is Amos and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my website, amosnimas.com, and it's not made for cell phones, so I will try to make it smaller. That's gonna just that is gonna be a little bit of a challenge. I don't do that often. I don't change. There you go. I messed up, and when I do this, I absolutely don't know how to revert back to I don't know what that means. What is this issue? Can I reload? No, it's just it's lost. It's completely lost. So let's go back onto my site, must.com. So people don't understand my site. That's my point today, and I will try to explain to you why that is, and why my site is actually great, even though it doesn't look like it. So first of all, let's just read the first thing that's written on my website. This site was made with HTML and CSS only, no script, no cookie, no tracker, no ads. And that is mostly true. That is mostly true. And if you click on the leave a feedback, you're gonna have this disclaimer: this page uses minimal JavaScript for strictly functional purpose. So you already know from that my websites try to be minimal. You know, that's a thing that most websites aren't. My site is minimal. It tries to avoid tracking you. It tries to avoid imposing ads on you. It tries to reduce the impact it has on you, your life, your data, and all that. So it tries to have good ethics. And that's something that we don't have on the internet. There is no ethics, no etiquette. That people don't try to follow values or morals. It's just they try to push a product, they try to extract as much. They are greedy. They're evil. They are evil. Most websites are evil. This is something I want to see more often. You see, there is no pop-up asking you to accept that the website will gather cookies and do bad stuff to your web browser. There's none of that. And it's HTTPS. I don't remember how I got the HTTPS certification, but probably because it's with GitHub. Probably. So yeah, you have the website here. So if you go into how it looks, let's talk about the CSS. That's a choice. Like if you inspect the element, there's a lot of work that went into making that website looks the way it does. Look, there is a lot of CSS. Let's take a look at the CSS. So this is the CSS for my website. There is a lot of it. That's a bunch of CSS. It's there. There is CSS. There is styling. I made stylistic choice decision. Look, when I put my cursor over these buttons, they change color. That is not a default feature. I had to do that manually. So why does it look like that? Because I like it that way. Is it ugly? Why is the color palette like this? Because I like it. You know what? It may be ugly. That is by far one of the most hated color. I even think I stole the cigarette ugly green color. So that is a thing. So Pantone 44.8. Thank you for the pop-up. Ad block. So yeah, this color right here it's the most hated color in the world. And it's pretty close to the color I chose for my wallpaper on my site. And you know why that? Why that is? Is it because I want to make people leave the site because I don't want people to go on my site? Is that what I'm trying to do, to repulse you by using such an ugly color? No, it's just that you won't see this color on any other site. Why would anyone use such an ugly color? It is only on my site that you will see such an ugly color being used. Almost. Like, not a lot of websites will dare to use such an ugly color. And I like it. It is cute. You don't see it elsewhere, so it is special. And I like how special it is. It is special to me. I had other version of the website. It is easy to make this site look like every other website on the internet, but that is not the main goal here. That is not the main goal. If I go here, there is a variable, and if I change it to ff, and yeah, boom, that's already, it's more like a modern website, but it's not enough. It's not enough. We need to go into the main. Let's make my site look ugly. It is so easy to make it look like all the other website on the web. So we have main right here, but it doesn't have a color. Buddy, right here. Hey, buddy, I'm Canadian. Did you know that? I never said buddy in my entire life, and I am Canadian. Yeah, that is true. No, that is not the background color. So I'm actually searching for that color right here. It's somewhere. It must be somewhere. But who cares? The point is, it's ugly on purpose. It looks like the old websites and the old internet. So if you go back on the old internet, that's what it looked like. Look at this. Take a look at this image. Ain't that ugly? Ain't that beautiful how this is ugly? Nobody would make a website nowadays like this. Nobody make these websites anymore. So I wanted to be that guy that would make a website that looks like that. I wanted to bring this vibe, you know, of the 80s blog. It is as designed. It's by design. It's made to look like that. And when I showed my site to one of my teacher at my school, because I'm currently doing how is it called? Whatever. It's a formation in administration of server and cybersecurity. And the teacher was like, well, it looks old. It looks old. And he thought for a moment that this was not by design. So I think, like, if my teacher can't understand that this is by design and this is a choice, who can? Like, who can? So, of course, there is opinions in there, and you're not used to seeing that. I wanted to make a website like there isn't any other website like this anymore. This is my website, and I can make it ugly if I want to, and I can talk about armed for freedom and how, you know, living in a gunless society is not safer. And statistically speaking, it ain't. If you look at the Democrat states, they aren't safer. They aren't more safe with their gun-free zone, which are the first to be targeted by shooters. So that's a thing to take in consideration before we make the world an arm-free zone. So yeah, this is the site. This is what it looks like. It has an RSS feed that's incredible. You can read on it on that page. So it is quite advanced. But I also have this site right here, coinarena. Okay, .com, coinarena.com, and continue to the site. And let's just log in. So let's do that right now. I have a user created just for demonstrating the site. This is what it looks like by default. So you might think it's ugly. You might think that you can go on your profile if you think it's ugly, and you can change the color right here. Let's just do that. Let's just type a color. What color do you want? You want the yellow? You want yellow? Okay, I'm gonna do yellow just for you. So yellow it is. Can I do yellow? That's for the color of the text. And for the background, you want like a greenish blue, I think. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. So 55BD. Update color. Did it work? No, because I forgot to put the the hashtag square stuff, whatever. So grid icon, and now I can do FFFF00 and go back to the recipe we had for a bluish dark green whatever 00, no, not 00, 11, because it's going to be a little bit brighter. 55YDD. Let's go update the color, and it works. Okay, I did not expect that color for the background, to be honest. This is not the color I had expected. So maybe 5511 is not necessary. So maybe 33 and AA. Let's go with that. Update the color. It is a little bit better. So we really want something dark here. So let's go with 99. Update. I mean, it does the job, but it's still a bit too bright. How do we go like darker? Yeah, that's the kind of color I was looking for, but even more greenish. Now you're talking. Now that's the kind of color I was looking for. Yeah, oh, that's the color. That's That's the rich color right there I was looking for. And you can get a more richer color, vibrant here by being a bit eccentric. Maybe you go like this, maybe you go like this. You update the color scheme. That looks rich. Like that looks like a university website right there. And if you go back to the post, did it save? Yeah, it did. It did save our beautiful color palette. And if I log out and log back in, it's still gonna be there. But the point is, that's not my point. My point is, this website, even though, yeah, it looks ugly and whatever, the way it was made, I did not use any framework. No, I did not use Angular. I did not use that. I did not use the, what is the other one? So there is React. Did I use React? None of that. Did I use the more eccentric, the less known, how is it called? There is Angular, there is that, and there is the other one like that is more fuss. It's a fuss framework dev. By the way, I'm a full stack dev, and people don't account for that. Even though I can do full stack, can't get a job. Even though I've been doing this for 10 years, can't get a job. And when people look at these kind of sites that I make, they might be tempted to assume I'm not that good. But this is Facebook, people. This is, even though it doesn't look like it, it is basically Facebook. I just recreated Facebook in less than a week. It took me a week. In a week, I had Facebook working. Mark Zuckerberg. How long did it take him to create Facebook? I don't know, but probably more than a week. I'm gonna tell you that, probably more than a week. And this is my first time making a dynamic website. Think about that. Put that in your head for a moment. This is the first time I make a dynamic website, and I have Facebook working. And you can change the color. Can you do that on Facebook? Can you change the color on Facebook? No, you can't. You can't. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm gonna stop that character right there because I do like to make character impression. I should have been an actor, but I am not corrupt, and I don't like to read scripts. I like to think for my own and say what I actually think. That is that. And yeah, about fuss, developer, UI, whatever. I don't need them. I don't need that, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. And my teacher was like, "What? You don't use framework? You don't use framework?" And he was like, "I use it because it can translate the page. It can, when you have a button, you press it, you can change the language of the page." You don't have that on my website. I'm gonna admit it. It's not there. But you know what else isn't on my website? No script, no cookie, no tracker, no ads, no data collecting. And you know what? These things, let's go back to the framework. Who made them? Who created Angular? Google. It's Google, buddy. The company we all trust and love. The big company, you know, the universal big company that is not evil. It was their slogan to not be evil, and they had to drop it because it no longer aligned with their actions. But yeah, that's the people behind these things. So Node.js, is that better? Who made Node.js? It's developed by a lot of people. It's probably better. Honestly, I think I'm more on the side of Node.js than Angular or React. Who made React? Let's take a look. Who made? Oh! It's the Meta community. Oh, we love these people. You know, the same people that censor people online, that are fully against free speech. I do want their tool on my website. Yeah. I want their JavaScript on my website. Do I want the JavaScript of Google on my website? Yeah, the JavaScript of Google. Node.js. Do I want the JavaScript of, it's not actually made with only JavaScript. There is Python, C, C++, CoffeeScript. What the hell is CoffeeScript? Did I create that? Am I the one who created that? What is CoffeeScript? It's a little language that compiles into JavaScript underneath. Acquired Java-esque patina. Why would you use that? Why would you use that? Okay, we learned. Every day we learned. And today we learned that there is some CoffeeScript in Node.js. So there is Vue.js apparently, but there is more. Let's go take a look at the Visual Studio Code. What? It's not like, we're far from what I was looking for. But there's Django. Everybody loves Django. What is Django? Let's take a look. I don't use Django. I don't use these crap because who made them? People who made Django. Okay, but it's not a big tech company, I think. But I avoid them. Svelte is good apparently. Svelte is good. I heard that Svelte is good. It's made by web platform. No, it's made by who made that? Programming language. There's no programmer who made that. Nobody made that. It's just I like that. I like that. That's funny. That is funny. So there is a lot of framework. You don't have to use the big ones, the ones by the big tech company. Maybe if you work for a company that forces you to use them, maybe if you work for Google or Meta or one of these big companies, you won't have the options. But if you do have the options, don't go with them. Those are the big guys. And I have something about that. I have something. If I go into let's go into the file slash site slash amasnimas. That's my website. Okay, let's go into draft, and there is one about. It's called something. It has a name. The file that I'm looking for, and I am still looking. And I think it was called. There is so many draft in there. I need to write less and publish more. But you know, that's how I get the best. That's how I get the best content. I just write, and when I feel like it's good, when it's good enough, I publish. This is why my content isn't that bad. Okay, it ain't that bad. I think about what I do a little bit. I try to. So there is a new file in there that I totally forgot how I named it. I think, is it safest? Is it safest? No, I don't think it's safest. Could be safest. Is it safest? No, I don't think it's safest. That's another draft. But the point is that I asked ChatGPT, what do you think about that? What do you think about these big corporations making these tools, quote unquote framework, that you put into your website as if you give them some access to your website? You put that is a vulnerability. It's like if I was making a wall and then out of a sudden my enemy came to me and was like, here you go, here's some brick to help you build that wall. Maybe I wouldn't trust that brick. Not saying these people are the enemy. Like I said, I sometimes use their software. I mean, there is nothing wrong with using the software of an evil corporation sometimes. As long as you understand that you don't trust them and that you don't want them, that it would be better without them. These big corporations make things worse. They don't make them better. That's the thing. Did I completely lose that script that I just wrote? Recycle, promote, retro safest, self-reliance, whatever, trust structure. Is it called trust.md? I think that's it. I think that's trust.md. Yeah, .md. There it is. That's the article. So there is a little bit of article I wrote there in Markdown. And that's a funny thing. Thanks to ChatGPT. Now, every time I write something in Markdown, people assume it's made with ChatGPT. ChatGPT did not invent Markdown. It just uses it because it is amazing. And everybody should use Markdown more often. I love Markdown. It is a great format of text. And easily convertible into multiple formats. But yeah, people assume that if it's Markdown, then it's written by ChatGPT. No, I can write Markdown. You see me? This is a title in Markdown. Oh, this is some bold text in Markdown. Did I use ChatGPT for that? No, didn't need to. This is a how do you call that? Side quote, comment, whatever. This is like another section, and you can have even a list in Markdown. I know how to do all that. I know Markdown. Okay, so when I use it, it doesn't mean I use ChatGPT. It just means I know how to use Markdown. So yeah, dumb people that don't know that. It's like when I make my CV in Markdown and send it for to companies, and they look at it, and it's, first of all, I know how to program in almost every single programming language, so that looks fake. That looks like the person just copied all the list of programming language, put that into his skills, and try to get the job by lying. But I never lie on my CV, and that's why I don't get job, even I have more skills than the people they actually hire most of the time, I guess. I'm gonna try to stay humble, but I'm kind of pissed at this current situation where I know as much or equal to um, information to my teachers, all of my teachers, into all the fields that they teach, and yet I am a student. I am not a teacher. I'm not teaching, even though I can humbly say I'm on equal footing when it comes to knowledge. So not only I could teach that stuff, but I can't even get a job, a basic job into these fields. And then even when I will have my certification, I won't have work experience. So they will be like, yes, you do have the certification, but we won't pay you what you're worth because you don't have 2 years of experience in the field. That is infuriating when you've been working on that for about 10 years. So yeah, ChatGPT agreed with me. I'm with you on this one there. There's a lot of truth to the concern about big tech. About big tech. And basically, be more self-reliant. Don't depend on these freaking frameworks. Learn to code yourself. These frameworks are no magical solution. If you want a tool to help you organize your stuff, make it yourself. You want a tool to translate your stuff, make it yourself. It is that, like, why? I don't want to rely on Google Translate for my website. Like, if people want to use Google Translate for my website, they can. They can just download the Google Translate extension, but I won't force it on them. You see? Smart. You don't force framework onto people. I do love p5.js. That is my favorite framework. It is great, but it is not made for the same thing that these frameworks are made for, that React and so on are made for. It is made to make like a bunch of nins. It is made for, like, I love p5.js. It is great. It is by far an amazing tool. Made a lot of cool stuff with it. Love it. This thing is one of the best creation of JavaScript. Since JavaScript, like p5.js is amazing. Let's take a look at these. Amazing. And there is a good tutorials on YouTube made by the creator, one of the creator of p5.js, Dan something. Sorry, I don't remember the full name. So let's just go on YouTube. Yeah, I'm almost happy that now YouTube don't recommend anything when you don't, like, when it's your first time going on YouTube, because I don't have to see all the dumb stuff they would suggest otherwise. YouTube will suggest some pretty dumb stuff when you just started using it. When they don't know you, they're like, oh, are you one of these idiots that like this stuff? No, I'm not. Fun fact, I am not. So yeah, Dan Schiffman, I think, p5.js. First one that appears should be coding train. There it is, the coding train. That's the thing, that's the channel. Go there. Hope I didn't mispronounce his name. Damn, sorry, I didn't want to start that. I don't know if there was sound, but look at how this looks so cool. That is hypnotizing. You have my attention. You have my undivided attention now. That is so cool. So, yeah, I don't go on Reddit a lot, but look at this. That is so cool. What is this? Backing lines. Oh, that is amazing. I love it. This is so cool. Look at this. That is great. Oh, that is great. That is so cool. I love it. This is great. I love all that stuff. That is like all great. I used to make tons of these things that don't really do anything, but just looks cool. And damn, do they look cool. Oh, that is cool. That is so cool. A lot of cool that people do. Like, this video didn't have like a topic, a fixed topic from beginning to end. The video that I'm making right now, it's just me talking about stuff, going from one topic to another and showing you stuff, because this is how my brain works. This is like, if you wonder how the brain of an severe ADHD person works, it's like that. You just go from one topic to another. And that's probably why I'm good as a jack of all trades of programming. I do a little bit of everything. I'm not an expert in anything, but I am an expert at Bash. I do think I am quite the expert when it comes to Bash. Is there people on this planet that are better at Bash than me? Maybe. Probably. Probably, maybe. But yeah, that's the thing. That is hypnotizing. So yeah, love p5.js. That is one exception. That is one of the. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't use p5.js, why I wouldn't include p5.js on a website. But I do see reasons why I wouldn't include Angular or React for safety, privacy reasons. The same reasons why I wouldn't want to have my personal data on their cloud or whatever. I don't like Amazon servers and all this concept of cloud computing. Instead of using your own computing, you use the computing of another big corporation. It is practical for some stuff, but do remember, the computer you rent aren't yours, and everything you do is surveilled within their system. And if you write some code on their machine, they can just steal it. That's a fact. You wrote it on their machines. They can use it however they like. So privacy is good. Privacy has always been safety. So this is why I don't recommend necessarily. And I hate Reddit, by the way. I was on Reddit, but I just want to specify that Reddit is the worst. It's one of the worst platforms ever. And the closest thing you have to a free speech website is this thing right here, the little website I made. There is not a lot of restriction, but if you do something that is really bad, people can still report it, and this will remove your post until it is reviewed. I still need to improve, I'm not gonna lie, the reviewing system. But yeah, this is the website so far. Hope you like it. It's made to look like that. Like by default, it would look more modern. By default, it would have more rounded corners and all that. And if I could make this part look older, squarer, I would. So yeah, that's my site. That's one of my site. That is another one of my site. And there's a link from that site to this site. There you go. And there's a link to this site that leads to that site. So there is recursion, there is a loop there, some sort of a feedback loop where this site can bring you to this site and this site can bring you to this site. That is cool. That is kind of cool. And there is now a novel page where I want to publish more novels, but I think I will move that up to this thing right here so that other people can contribute and write their own novels. But again, the Git format would be cool for writing novel. I should write a novel on GitHub that people can just clone it and contribute to it and help me build it. And I don't see any shame in these novels, to be fully transparent, that I use ChatGPT to help me generate this novel. Those are novels that I generate. I don't write them, and there is a reason for that. I want to read them. I write the query, if you want. I do write complex, huge query of exactly what I want, but I don't write the text in them. It is paraphrased from the query that I wrote. And this isn't hidden. This is written in the big disclaimer right here that these novels are mostly written by ChatGPT based on handwritten prompts. Handwritten query prompts, not sure about that. So again, I'm a native French speaker. Sometimes I make typo. Sometimes I don't use the right words. And that is why ChatGPT helped me especially correct the spelling of my blogs, the pronunciation of stuff, and so on. So a lot of cool stuff on my blog. Good movie recommendation right here. So this one is a recent one that I made. It's with Robin Williams. Very good thing. It's based on Isaac Asimov. Like, you combine all that stuff and you're like, why didn't I see that movie earlier? It is Isaac Asimov. I love that. It is with Robin Williams. I love that. And the name of the movie, I think that's the reason. Nobody can pronounce that. And it sounds like bisexual man, which, you know, it's a bit confusing to pronounce. Have you seen the movie Bisexual Man? Like, nobody's gonna say that ever. I'm not able to say that. When people, like, when I try to recommend that movie to people, I try to avoid saying the name. And how am I supposed to recommend a movie without saying the name. So yeah, Idiocracy, such a good movie. We live into one, and I accepted that fact. We live in an idiocracy. That is a fact. And this site is not stupid. I don't think it is. I think it is what stupid people think is stupid. And that's a big difference. And if you go see my site with links, mbg.sh, it looks great. Spoiler alert, it looks great. And when links open a website, it will ask you, do you agree that the website will have all these bad tracking stuff? But it didn't do that on my site because my site doesn't have all that bad tracking stuff. That is an important fact. My site is free of all that crap. So if I go, for example, on the, let's go right now on the leave a feedback page, will it ask me to, does it work? First of all, you cannot use that button within links, and that is fine. That is fine. That is not a bug. That is a feature. So welcome to my site right here. There is written welcome to my site. Let's go. Is it there on the real website? No, it's not there. So it is a hidden information you will only see if you look at my website using links or other terminal-based, text-based web browser. How cool is that? How cool is that? Where is it? Where is it from? There is no, it's not hidden. Like, let's do select all. It's not there. It's just not there. Yet it is. It is there. How did I do that? I will let you ponder that. How did I do that? How did I put that text here but not here? Big question. Big question. So yeah, my website is ugly on purpose. That's it. And I think it's pretty. It is my style. It is a style that I like for this site. And same for the other one. This looks like a site you would see, like it's not made for cell phones. See, that's not good. That you don't want that. I should fix that, by the way. I should try at least to remedy this. It's made to be seen on web browser, but this is just bad CSS. This could be improved. But at least it's broken because I did not do it properly. It's not broken because I used a framework that had an issue, because that, if it's the framework issue, how do you solve that? At least now this is broken. I can fix it because it is my error. It is user error, human error, not framework error. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Do you understand now why I don't? Amazon cookie, do you want to? I just want to quit. There it is. So last thing that I want to show you is this little, wait a minute. First of all, I need to make it, make the terminal more transparent. So let's have that. And now let's go to mbg.sh. That is one of my, look at the wallpaper. Boom. And that works with every single wallpaper out there. The script is available on my the script is available on my GitHub page, which, if you don't know where to find my GitHub page, let's just go on GitHub. Amos. Let's try to find myself. Here I am. That is me. That is my GitHub page. This is the project I made, and there is around 100 repositories out there, and this is mbg, the software that motion background glitch that makes your background move. And yeah, this is it. Hope you like it. You can use it on your Linux device. I tried it on Ubuntu, had some issue. You tell me if it works in the comments below this video. Bye-bye. Now, where is OBS that I can end this stream? Bye-bye.